Yes, the lifestyle aspect and the part of it. Yes, I mean, I can't say didn't miss a day, but I can probably say that I didn't miss a day of yoga in the last few years, you know. And in other years, maybe missed like less than a handful of days, you know. But on the other hand, if your body demands that you need to take a break, take the break, you know. But it should. I never have to force myself, ever. In the morning, this is what I want to do. This is where I am, where I feel alive. This is where I feel my body, and I'm 68 now. My body, in terms of integrity and alignment, is changing for the better every single day, still. And my teacher 10 years ago was on my case about my posture from day one.
Of your posture?
Posture, and talking about like the steel implants in my shoulders and stuff, you know. And she was on that for days, and now probably she would saying, okay, look at Dieter, he's like the most improved like physicality of like anybody I had as a student, pretty much. And yeah, like I told, when we met, I told you, when I, only a month of daily yoga practice, I went to a Tai Chi workshop with my Tai Chi master, and after the first set, he went to the whole class, look at Dieter, his posture has so improved. And this is like, okay, since quantum physics, we can all agree on Western science and Eastern philosophy, it's a vibrational universe. You know, it is all about energy flowing, and chi and prana, and in Hawaii mana, all these concepts of life force energy are the same. Every indigenous culture has the concept of the life force energy. And alignment and posture is crucial. I can feel it in my meditation every day. The better I'm aligned and the less tension I have in my body, the more energy flows through me. And those are the concepts that I think need to be in a physical education, you know, and then it's always beyond the pure physical. Then as soon as we talk about energy, we are talking about consciousness.
We have this ethic, and it goes way back to warfare. The Spartans and even the hunter-gatherers, we want to win. Our tribe does not want to get defeated by the tribe that's invading us. So that's understandable. And you can take that look at evolution and history, and you can go into books like Jane Goodall's books, and Jane Goodall, anthropologist who studied chimpanzees for several decades, and you can look at how these chimpanzees do not have a long-term focus. Some of these bands of chimpanzees are wiping themselves out. They're, you know, the alpha male teams up, gets his henchmen, and then he's conquering his tribe, and then the tribe next door, and all of a sudden, 10 years later, none of them are left. This violence has begotten violence from the other side, and now there's this big chasm. And so, what do you do with this information? Well, it's interesting because we are people who are surviving beings, and we do want our company to do well. We don't want our home to be invaded, and we don't want our son, if he's worked all this time, or our daughter, if she's worked all that time, to go to the competition and do poorly. What does doing poorly mean? Well, it means not doing your best. But if you do your best, some parents think that you should win. So that's an ethic that's as old as the Homo sapien, but the evolution of things doesn't always take that tact. So if you look at some tribal cultures with canoes, like Tahitians, Tongans, and way back, if you look at them, they didn't have competitions for canoeing, as far as we can tell, until the white people came in and taught them about canoe races. What are your thoughts on competition? And winning and survival.
Well, yes, you know, that's a who. Well, yes, these are crucial questions. You know, as I said, I was in competitive sports for a long time, and I'd love to win too. But I always like never took it. I was training with a guy who ended up winning the gold medal in 1976 Olympics in sailing, but I never had that kind of drive, you know. For me, it had to be fun, and I was just winning because I was really, really good. But I was always having fun, and I was always like always the last partying too. So, Yes, in that sense, you know, I never was like that successful. Maybe that I could have been, but I think the fun factor should be the biggest one in the physical thing. And yes, and with the health, as I always tell my students, you know, like the neti part, the daily practice, the meditation, or so. It becomes like brushing teeth, like you said too.
Just part
You
of the
don't-
day.
You don't. It's just part of the day. You don't ask yourself every single day, "Oh, am I going to brush my teeth today? Oh, I don't really feel like it." So you know that kind of thing. That as soon as the exercise comes, always in the play. I don't really feel like it. You change it. You don't have to run the 5 miles every day. You know, if in one day is you just walk a mile. That's okay too. So it should be all, as I said, and as the Eastern philosophers, the middle path and the moderation and the balance should be like in the foreground. But about the whole competition, yes, it comes from survival, or competing for the more beautiful women, or for the more competing for the
Better food,
one,
the better area.
better food, or the better genetics. You know, that's where the like guys and the women compete for alpha male, all this stuff. And then, but in a highly developed humanity, all of that and all these conflicts now are based on the concept of that there is not enough, that there's that there is the pie and there is a shortage, and but that connects to also this incredible increasing gap between the rich and the poor. There is enough money on this planet for everybody, for many times over. And if we wouldn't have this destructive relationship to the earth in our agriculture, then there could be enough food for everyone too.